Hey, what's up? What's going on? This is Ace or Freedom. This is my first video on the on just current events, man. Actually, this is my first video on alternative news. You know, I can't sit by anymore and watch where the world's coming. You know, where it's going rather. You know, I can't do it anymore. You know, and so I just gotta do this video, and hopefully I could open some people's eyes. And if not, I'm doing my part at the end of the day, you know. And I also have a channel on Spreaker. You know, I have a show, well, not necessarily a show, but just a little channel on Spreaker that I put up on here as well. You can check that out if you want to. And it's not the best, but I'm getting better, with each show. So with this video too, I want to definitely put more videos up there, and just to do my part. I just can't sit back and watch people become sheep anymore. I want to try to wake people up. So this is my first video in doing that, and I'm just going to do my part in putting that information out there. I want to talk about the Freddie hoax situation right now. One of the people I follow here on YouTube is FYGP, and he put up a video earlier today talking about the connections between Freddie Gray's death and the Civil War. As you can see, he says that the Civil War was started April 19th, 1861. Well, actually, it started a week before, so it was April 12th, 1961, and April 12th was the date that the whole thing went down between Freddie Gray and the police. And he died a week later, April 19th. And the Baltimore riot actually started in 1861 too. So Baltimore has its fair share of riots. And also it's coming April 4th, well, not April 4th, I think I forgot, a couple of days after Martin Luther King's assassination, Baltimore was in a riot. So that again is in April 1968. So the dates from April 12th, 1861, April 12th, 2015, they connect. Now, some may say, okay, so that's a coincidence. So I'm going to play FYGP's video, and we're going to see how much of a coincidence it is.
In fact, a connection to the Civil War regarding the Freddie Gray hoax. Basically, what happened on the 19th of April, 1861, was that a group or a battalion of Union soldiers was attacked by Confederate sympathizers in the city of Baltimore. And this was in fact also the first bloodshed of the Civil War. So I'll play just a few seconds of that documentary on it. The riot is in fact referred to as the Baltimore Riot of 1861, or the Pratt Street Riot in Baltimore City. So let's have a look.
They're throwing rocks. In here you have these poor soldiers coming through. Soldiers are scared. The noise gets louder. The people get more contentious, pushing and shoving, yelling. It was not a collection of rowdies. These were pro-Southern people who were actually of the middle and better sort of Baltimore citizens. Name somebody.
Okay, so he goes ahead and he goes on and he talks about the correlation between those dates. And I'll scroll down to the comments, and this guy Peter James talks about the connection between April 19th, things happening on April 19th. Charles Manson was sentenced to death in 1971, April 19th. In 1993, April 19th, the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas burned to the ground. April 19, 1995, Oklahoma City bombing. And the Boston Marathon bombing, April 19, 2013. And as you know, the world knows, well, the nation knows anyway, the Freddie Gray shooting, April 19th. So I looked at all these dates, and it started, and I thought about a show that I heard from Amar Passio. And Amar Passio used to work at the Church of Satan, and now he's all about awakening people from a spiritual mind, it's from a spiritual aspect, and he just what he calls doing the great work, and he opens your eyes to this darker forces at play. And he had a show on the cold season of sacrifice, March 29th of last year, and I want to play you a little bit of what he's saying, that the dates, right? The dates are not coincidence, man. The dates are just not coincidence. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
In other words, the first half of spring, okay, is the season of sacrifice. In other words, from the spring equinox to the midpoint of spring, the middle of Taurus, May 1st.
Okay, really quick. I forgot to even bring this in, but this is Masonic. This is a Masonic season of sacrifice. This is a Masonic ritual that they do in order to worship their sun god. So, as he's going to point out, this is, when you hear spring, you hear flowers blooming, planting seeds and stuff like that, because the weather's warmer and it's better and all this other stuff. But what the dark occultist Masonic what the ritual is hey, why don't we just sacrifice animals or humans to worship the sun god, to put forth a new, I guess, a rebirth of kind of thing for them, So it doesn't matter if it's innocent human beings being killed. It doesn't matter. It's all about ushering the new year, I guess, the new birth of their dark satanic power over the world. This is what they do. So I'm gonna play the clip.
First, and like I said, officially, if you really want to be technical about it, it is March 22nd, or 3 days after the beginning of spring. 3 days after the spring equinox, when the solar disk has fully emerged into the northern hemisphere until the midpoint of spring. Again, the reason for this is because this is planting season. And if the sun is your god that you're essentially worshiping as the giver of life on the earth in a physical sense, because that's what sustains life and grows crops that you're going to be dependent upon for life during the coming year, then you want to offer that god the sacrifice at the very point of his coming to power, which is the beginning of spring, specifically the first half of spring. So this is still done because the people who are this solar cult, who essentially came out of the ancient world and developed the systems of astrotheology and modern religion, are still in control. They still rule the world. And they are still practicing their rituals of sacrifice. And they do it in different ways now. They don't march people up a pyramid and carve their heart out with an obsidian blade. They don't tie someone down to a stone altar and, cut them open and let them bleed all over the stone anymore. They may do this in private rituals and ceremonies that they keep well hidden from the public, but in public, a different form of sacrifice takes place. And these are commonly known as, in today's parlance, false flag operations. They are psyops, psychological warfare operations, in the form of rituals. These are modern day rituals of blood sacrifice that are conducted throughout the course of the year. And it's amazing if you really look at the patterns. And some people will say, oh, you're just seeing what you want, you're seeing the patterns you want, this is confirmation bias, etc., and so forth. And once again, I'll preface this by saying, hey, believe whatever you want.
But nobody's going to tell me that all of these things don't amount to something that is larger than coincidence when I read you this list. Okay? Especially when you look at all the justifications that have followed these acts, and how many people have perished in these acts, and how long the media has gone on and on and on about them, and how politicians and control-based groups have all used these horrible, horrific circumstances as justifications to peddle forth draconian agendas.
And he goes on to talk about, after that, the dates, and he also brings up, April 19th. For some reason, the Masons, the dark occultist Masons, they like April 19th. I don't know what it is, although they have done things on other dates, but they just like April 19th. And now I want to show you a video by Russian Vids where he talks about the Masonic hoax. He thinks the whole Walter Scott, Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, all Masonic hoaxes. And again, he talks about the Masonic background of all of these. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is something that people should be on the lookout for. April 19th, the Battle of Lexington, Concord, April 19th, 1775. The Baltimore Riots, April 19th, 1861. Martin Luther King passes, April 4th, 1968. It's all these things you have to think about. This isn't some random act of violence. Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip from Russian Vids.
So listen, sir. The bottom line is, all you need to see are these occultic hand signs in the video I'm about to play, and you'll be able to connect the dots and see all these police on black crimes that you see on CNN are nothing but fabricated news stories to push the agenda. That agenda is the police state.
And now I'm going to introduce to you Frederica Gray. Frederica Gray is the twin sister of Freddie Gray.
My family want to say, can y'all please stop the violence? Freddie Gray would not want this. Freddie's father and mother does not want no violence. Violence does not get justice. Thank you.
They do their hand signs, man. They do their hand signs. April 19th, 1861. They do it. They do their hand signs, man. They don't have to speak. They don't have to speak. There's other forms of communication. They don't have to speak. But just know that what's going on in Baltimore right now is not something that just happens randomly. No. This is all done, man. This is all set up already. They're trying to they might try to bring in martial law. Well, they are. Well, anyway, that's their plan. Let me say that. We don't know how it's going to happen, but this is what they're planning, man. Just letting you guys know that April 19th and other dates in history, man, just be more vigilant about the season of sacrifice. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening. Like I said, I'm trying to do more videos and be a little bit more organized. But I just wanted to point out that, once I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. This is the season of sacrifice. So, yeah, get the word out, man. Peace.